The United States of America elected a con man, a felon, to be president of the United States. And he has a little website that he likes to go play on during the day when he's not playing with Sharpies behind the Resolute desk. Here's what he did today. The radical left lunatic of a judge, a troublemaker and agitator who was sadly appointed by Barack Hussein Obama, was not elected president. He didn't win the popular vote by a lot. He didn't win all 7 swing states. He didn't win 2,750 to 525 counties. He didn't win anything. I won for many reasons in an overwhelming mandate. But fighting illegal immigration may have been the #1 reason for this historic victory. I'm just doing what the voters wanted me to do. This judge, like many of the crooked judges I am forced to appear before, should be impeached. We don't want vicious, violent, and demented criminals, many of them deranged murderers, in our country. Make America great again. I have several things that I want to say about this. #1, you're a criminal, right? You're demented. You're a dipshit. You let the Tate brothers come back in here. This is the stuff that you have to put on Lie Social so that you're impotent, shit-for-nothing male followers can get a hard-on for the day. It is pathetic. The caps locks are stupid. You only won by 1%. This is not some mandate. You're a freak, and everybody in your administration are crackheads, and people have got to get serious. This is the president of the United States having keyboard courage diarrhea on his stupid website, and this is just a Tuesday in the United States.
Here's the thing. This guy has been cap-locking crazy ass shit tweeting / lying on his live platform from the jump because he has no decorum, no decency. He has to understand that we all see him as a temper tantrum 2-year-old. The reason he has so much experience with judges is because he's been indicted so many times. He has been convicted of fraud. His business has been convicted of fraud, tax evasion. We have Trump University. We've got 6 bankruptcies. He knows everything about the judiciary in his mind because he's constantly in court. But what he doesn't realize, what a simple understanding of the law is, he doesn't realize it is not his job to make and interpret the law. That is the job of the legislature and the judiciary. We have something called due process. And just because he and his stupid followers don't want freedom and due process for brown people from other countries doesn't mean the rest of us don't. And he needs to shut up and go away because he sucks.
And let's just talk about, like, when he doesn't get what he wants, he pitches a fit. And that is the most unmasculine, titty baby city temper tantrum I have ever seen. You lost in court, appeal it.
Right.
But what he wants to do is then throw out this Barack Hussein Obama. And I just want to point this out. He points out the Hussein part because back when Obama was first elected, ISIS was all the thing after 9/11 and all of this stuff, right? And George W. Bush and all the Republicans were these national security Republicans. And it was a hoodwink, a racist type dog whistle about Barack Obama trying to make him less American and the middle name Hussein to make him seem like he's a terrorist. And I think it's interesting now that the Party of National Security, the freedom lovers, now want the Christian Taliban in the United States of America, and this guy wants to be a dictator. It's unbelievable. And when you lose in court, you have to be a big boy, and you have to put on your big boy britches. Get your pull up on, big guy, and you've got to appeal it. But John Roberts had a response which shocked the shit out of me. Put this up. He says, for more than 2 centuries, it has been established that impeachment is not an appropriate response to disagreement concerning a judicial decision. The normal appellate review process exists for that purpose. So this gives me a little bit of hope that the Chief Justice immediately came out after Trump put this on his Lie Social and immediately said this is not going to happen. Now, I don't know what happens with Alito and Clarence Thomas and Gorsuch and Kavanaugh, but this did give me a little hope. How do you feel about that?
It gave me a little bit of hope, but it also made me realize that they are watching And if they are watching, they realize that their power is about to be usurped and that democracy is hanging by a thread and it's their fault.
Yeah.
And so hopefully I know, and you have to remember this too. These people, Jenny Thomas was part of January 6th coup planner, insurrection planner.
And that is, for those of you who know, that's Clarence Thomas's wife.
And we know how unethical his behavior has been exposed with all of his lies with the Koch brothers. So if they start impeaching judges for things like this, it can touch them. It becomes personal to them. They lose their power and authority. And maybe when Trump is no longer in power, hopefully we'll see that one day, and we have rational, normal people that care about government and America, they will look at this behavior and do a mandatory ethics rule and do impeachment for Supreme Court justices and all the things that Trump's threatening of other people. So that's what I'm hopeful for, that they're seeing their power diminished.
Well, I hope that if there is ever a reconciliation in this and Democrats prove to the electorate why they should be in charge again, one of those things that they should campaign upon is term limits for Supreme Court justices and mandatory votes, regardless of when the justice resigns or dies, like in the instance of Ruth Bader Ginsburg or Antonin Scalia, when the Democrats got dicked over. And talk about a mandate. Barack Obama actually had one. But I think that there are a few Supreme Court justices that don't want to cede their co-equal branch, the Republicans. And let's see how the Democrats are responding to this. Let's hear from good old Chuck Schumer.
I don't think we have an authenticity problem. We have a real direction now. I feel good about it. I am hopeful that our Republican colleagues will resume working with us. And I talk to them. One of the places I told them to go in the gym, when you're on that bike in your shorts, panting away next to a Republican, a lot of the inhibitions come off.
Resign right now. Step down as leader of the Democrats in the Senate. This is pathetic. You're on a book tour. The House is completely on fire. Chuck Schumer is not the man of this moment. The other 9 Democratic senators that voted with the fascist Nazis are not the people of this moment. Resign, step aside, and let somebody who has a spine and who isn't a coward step in, because at least we want to go down fighting. There's some of us left in this country that want to go down fighting for democracy. Chuck Schumer and the rest of the senators that voted with MAGA, step aside, sit down, shut the fuck up, and let the fighters rise up. I'm so sick of them.
Well, I cannot believe Chuck Schumer had the balls to say we have a new direction. Yeah, the direction is down. The direction is authoritarianism. And when he's talking about, the Republicans are willing to work with you, the only reason they're actually acting like they do is because you caved, because you suck. So don't sit here and talk to us about going forward in bipartisanship with MAGA.
All right, listen up. Please subscribe to our channel, and we will see you all later.